Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the channel. It's your boy, World of Wrestling, here today to discuss about AEW Dynamite, July 24th, 2024 review. This was a good episode of AEW Dynamite, a third week of great content by AEW. They did a great job here tonight with very good flowing content. A lot of things were covered here, even though we did have a hellacious and devastating, sorry about that, devastating blood and guts War Games match. The beginning of the show started with Alex Marvez going ahead and interviewing Will Ospreay, and he goes ahead and Ospreay's going to his car, sees that there's a knife in the tire, and is pissed. So he goes ahead and he says, "Can I take your car?" Marvez gives him the keys, and they go in his car to drive off to find MJF. Before that, Alex Marvez looks at him and says, "Will Ospreay, have you driven in the United States before?" And he goes, "Nope." And they drove off. That was a fucking funny scene. I thought that was very funny. So we cut back to the ring, and we see MJF coming out with a cheerleading squad. And he goes ahead and gets in the ring. He has a podium with something covering over a new made championship belt specifically for him. Apparently, anytime MJF wins a world some championship, he changes the design of the title to match himself or what he prefers to the title to be. So he pretty much said that he doesn't think that the international title is worth shit. He thinks that the AEW crowd is unpatriotic and that the AEW should show some more respect to the United States of America by changing the title from the International Championship that had really nobody of relevancy, he felt, to changing the belt to the American title. I guess apparently he wants to change the International Championship into an AEW United States Championship, only just calling it the American Championship. The belt was kind of interesting, very much the same. The plates were pretty much the same as the International Championship, not much design change there. The strap was covered with red, white, and blue, and the belt, it did not read International Championship on the center plate. It read American Championship. My feelings on the belt, it was not a bad design. Kind of preferred the strap to be black like the International Championship. Could have had the United States flag in the middle and have a W on top with a American Championship in the interface of the championship, like in the very front where you can read everything as it was. But it was okay for what it was. I didn't think it was a bad championship. And he took the international title after he revealed the American Championship and pretty much took that and threw it in the trash as if he was reenacting WCW Nitro from back in the day when they took the Women's Championship and threw it in a trash can. So, I mean, taking the WWE Women's Championship, throwing it in a trash can in WCW with Sandra Blaze. But anyway, getting to the point. So, he's pretty much standing there tall, full of himself, yada, yada, yada. Ospreay apparently realized that MJF was in the ring, and he went back to the arena, got back in the ring, tried to chase off MJF. By the way, before MJF was chased off, MJF was having a celebration. And and the American flag came down, and the stars had MJF's face on them instead of just regular stars. Really fucking egotistical piece of shit. Do I like MJF as a heel? Absolutely. I think he's great, but I really was enjoying the babyface anti-hero MJF here, where he was actually with the crowd, not against the crowd, because the crowd fucking adores the guy. Even when he's hating on them, they're still trying to enjoy him and cheer for him, even though he's shitting all over them every single week now. But they were telling him to shut the fuck up and all kinds of shit like that. But still, people still enjoy MJF regardless of the fact that he's portraying a heel in this manner. Gotta love it. So, Will Ospreay comes in, he interacts, he tries to beat the shit out of MJF, he runs away as usual. That's the one thing about his heel character I do not like. I hate the fact he runs away. Why can't he just fight? And if he can't beat the guy, then start cheating, hit him with the Dynamite diamond ring, something like that. I mean, I liked what he did in the match last week, but him running away, I just did not like. But anyway, cutting to the point, Will Ospreay say, you didn't fucking beat me. You went ahead, you put your hands in your trunks next to your small little dick. And the fans started chanting small dick. I thought that was fucking hilarious. And you pulled out the Dynamite diamond ring and hit me square in the fucking head with it and pinned me for the title. You didn't win, you cheated, and you suck. And you're a piece of shit, basically, is what he was saying. So he talked to Tony Khan, he said, and that the deal was made. It will be taking place, a rematch for the International/American Championship, as it's being known now as, and it will be taking place at All In. Will Ospreay will win the AEW International Championship from MJF, I believe. I mean, I don't think they're going to have Will Ospreay go into the fucking All In and lose in his hometown. I honestly don't see that happening. The only other way I could see this really taking place is if there's a future plan of Daniel Garcia beating MJF for that international championship and like 2 weeks afterwards, and Will Ospreay helps Daniel Garcia get that win. In that case, I could see that happening. That's the only way I see MJF retaining the title at All In. Otherwise, I see MJF not winning this match at all and losing the title. Pretty much just having a great pay-per-view quality match on free television where he would eventually drop the title to Will Ospreay in Ospreay's hometown of All In. That's the way I think it's going to happen. It could be a stipulated match where it's a last man standing, or it just might be a regular matchup, regardless of the fact that this match did go almost a full fucking hour. I mean, you could also book it as an Iron Man match, but that's kind of redundant because the match almost went a full hour anyway, so it doesn't really make a damn difference. But I mean, they could schedule as a rematch in an Iron Man match, because if you really want to look at it, you could say, hey, well, MJF, we basically did go a full hour and you won. Do you think you can pull that off again and make the match an Iron Man match and see who gets the most pinfalls or submissions by the end of 1 hour? And do it that way. That situation, I can definitely see Will Ospreay losing the match. I can definitely see that happening, and then Daniel Garcia picking up a W for the International Championship later on in the future. I think All Out would be the best place. Maybe even they could postpone it to like WrestleDream, maybe, if they wanted to do that. But I think it's going to be Will Ospreay winning that title. Last man standing, I definitely see Will Ospreay winning that match. I don't think Will Ospreay is going to lose in a last man standing match. Sorry to say. Because I refuse to believe that he'll stay down for 10 seconds and lose that title. Unless his legs are broken or something. That's about the only way I could see it. Um, but yeah, I actually enjoyed this. This was a very good opener to the show. Excellent way to start off the show. Next, we had Chris Jericho and Miro Tezuki, I believe is his name. He wrestles in New Japan Wrestling. Very good wrestler. Has won a lot of mid-card championship belts in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And he's fairly good. He ends up losing this match, unfortunately, for the FTW Championship. So, Chris Jericho retains the title, and we have a full-on brawl after the match was over, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, we're going to be seeing the Stadium Stampede match taking place, no different than an Anarchy in the Arena match. So, whoop-de-fucky-do. Backstage, we had Willow Nightingale holding a new championship. Apparently, this woman seems to find new ways of winning titles, even if it's not within AEW's promotion. She won the CMLL Women's Championship from their promotion in Mexico, and apparently Chris Statlander wanted to get a shot at this belt, and she beat the fucking shit out of her with Stokely standing by with her. He pretty much goes everywhere she goes. He's like she's his own personal stalker, I guess. She stalks him around, or he stalks her around. And she requests for a match, I believe, for her title. And that was pretty much the case there. Mariah May. She had a segment on the show. She came in. She was holding the Owen Hart Women's Finals Championship belt, as well as the shoe that she used to beat the holy hell out of Toni Storm. I actually liked it. I liked the entrance. I liked what she had to offer. She is portraying an excellent heel here. And she has the heel to prove it. So yeah, she has a match with an enhancement talent. Not too keen on this. Didn't really give a flying fuck about this at all. So who gives a shit? She wins. And then Toni Storm shows up. Toni Storm has a bad gash on her head that you can visibly still see. It's not like bleeding profusely like it was 2 weeks ago, but she is not. She does have a bad scratch on her forehead. She looks very crazed, not the same normal Toni Storm that we have seen with this gimmick that she's had for the last year or so. And she pretty much, went at it. And wanted to rip off Myra May's face, and the referees tried to hold these two women back, had a hard time doing it, and Toni Storm, not the same character she was after she got her face smashed in. She's pretty much changed since then. So she is definitely not the same person she once was. This seems like a crazed Toni Storm. No longer the 1950s Marilyn Monroe type of look-alike gimmick that she was trying to portray with the character she was putting on TV. She is now completely Toni Storm psycho. She's pretty much lost it. But yeah. I liked this segment. I thought this was good. It was effective. It did its job for enhancing their match going into All In for the Women's Championship belt. We also had Britt Baker, DMD, going into a match with Hikaru Shida. Decent match. Nothing too special happened here. She ends up winning the matchup, by the way. And that was that. Nothing too special on that. We did have Mercedes Moné make an appearance, talk some stuff here. we're obviously getting Mercedes Moné versus Britt Baker for the TBS Women's Championship. I have to say, I think the TBS Women's Championship seems to be a little bit more focused on than the Women's Championship, which is kind of weird, or at least the same level as the Women's Championship. You'd think that they're two different, they're two world titles or something. Very interesting. So yeah, they brought in this new chick, very tall lady, beat the holy hell out of Britt Baker. I have no idea who this woman is, and nor do I care. So she's pretty much a muscle lady for Mercedes Moné, which I don't quite understand why Mercedes Moné needs a muscle for her, as if she was the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels with Diesel. But that's kind of what I'm getting from this. And then we had the main event, which was Blood and Guts. We had Adam Hangman Page. We had stories being built up within this match. The build to this match absolutely fucking sucked. But what they did in it, they made up for in Aces. I enjoyed what they did here. They put story here. They had different elements taking place within one match. You had Hangman Page interested in tearing apart Swerve Strickland. You had issues between Hangman Page and Okada. You had the Young Bucks having issues with Hangman Page not wanting to live his end of the bargain to the deal that they were making. The other side of what Hangman Page gets out of this, I have no idea, outside of giving him a shot into the Owen Hart tournament, which he did not win, and I don't quite understand why. But Okada versus Hangman Page, definitely on the cards for Hangman Page to take place. And I'm looking forward to that match. I think that match is going to be great. Who wins that match? I have no fucking idea. I really don't. I don't think Okada can walk out beating Hangman Page in this situation, not because Okada doesn't deserve the win, but Hangman Page can't suffer another loss. He's suffered already one important loss. Him suffering two important losses and not being able to win the big one kind of throws red flags at me. So I honestly would lean more towards Hangman Page, but would I bet on that kind of match? Hell no. By the way, speaking of things, starting next week, I am going to be doing live reviews every single week. They will be scheduled, specific times. I will go ahead and I will do them. I am tired of trying to do all these videos, upload them, edit them, all that shit. I will be doing live videos next week. Every single week. They will be scheduled on Sunday and they will be done the day of when the event is over. So I will be doing Monday Night Raw next week, live at 11:15 p.m. Giving me 15 minutes to set up, do everything that I got to do. Might be a few minutes late, but I'll still be there to do the damn review. Same for Dynamite and same for Friday Night SmackDown. The other thing is, Thursday nights will be taking place. We will be doing a live UFC bets. I will be discussing the UFC best bets. I will be talking about boxing, and I will be talking about the WWE SummerSlam or any other pay-per-views that come up in that week and discuss them, give you guys previews and predictions, and so forth. I will also provide bets on betonline.ag, which you can actually use. It's legal here in the United States. Even if you're not in a state where you're legally able to bet, you can bet overseas. It's not illegal. You just don't have access to an actual betting site in the United States at that present time within the state that you're in. So you can use betonline.ag. You just have to provide your tax person your winnings and everything else manually yourself, which they provide that all that information all through your bet history. So you just give that to them and they'll be able to calculate all that for you so that you won't be doing anything wrong or get yourself in trouble with the IRS. But yeah, we will be covering WWE, AEW bets anytime there's a pay-per-view a few days before the event happens. We will do previews and predictions and fucking bets. So if you guys are interested in betting on pro wrestling, I'm your guy. I will give you the bets, the things that you can bet for, and go for them. This shit is too fucking easy. It is easy money. The highest you can win is $24 or $25 per bet. So I'm going to be giving you guys all these bets on these matches. So pay attention. You will be getting money guaranteed. You may not make huge money, but it's an easy maximum $25 without question. So I will be giving you guys bets on that shit. So take a look into it and check it out. It is fucking easy money. You love wrestling? You can make money watching wrestling. Okay? I mean, maybe not a living, but you'll make guaranteed money without one shadow of a doubt. I've made money doing this since AEW Double or Nothing this year. I have not lost one time on a single bet I have made with them on any pro wrestling show between AEW and WWE. So we will be doing live prediction shows, and we'll also be doing UFC bets and boxing bets. So if you guys are interested in boxing, UFC, or any of that, that will be on that video as well. So if there's a pro wrestling show, I will be, during that weekend, I will be covering that first, since this is a pro wrestling channel primarily. After that, I will be doing the UFC and boxing bets along with that. So keep an eye out for that. That will be up on the channel every Thursday. So I will be here giving you guys all that information and everything you know if you're interested in betting on any kind of category between boxing, UFC, and WWE/AEW Pro Wrestling pay-per-view shows. Anyway, getting back to the Blood and Guts match. I already discussed about the Hangman Page part. Swerve Strickland was not a big factor in this match, and I'll tell you why. He's got a big match with Bryan Danielson, which was also covered on the show. He was kind of pushed in. Jeff Jarrett made a little appearance with him and everything else. This is a huge match for Bryan Danielson. I can promise you this. They are going to protect Swerve Strickland at all costs. That is the reason why he was not heavily used in this matchup at all. So if you were hoping for Swerve Strickland to make a huge impact in this match, you were sadly mistaken, because that was not going to happen, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm running out of time here. So pretty much everything else led from one thing to the next, and we got to the very end where Jack Perry was handcuffed to the cage, as well as everyone else from the Elite. And Darby Allin pretty much said, all right, this is it. He put gasoline on him, everything else. They fucking hit him with kendo sticks, chair to the head, asked Jack Perry to quit. He refused to do so. So Darby Allin said, okay, let's get this party started. He whipped out some gasoline, a lighter, and he fucking poured gasoline on him. He said, okay, you don't say I quit. I'm going to light your ass on fire, and I want a match with you at All In for the TNT Championship. Matt Jackson went ahead and he said, look, okay, you got your match. All In, you got your match for the TNT title against Jack Perry. Just stop this. This is getting out of hand. This is overkill. This is crazy. And he goes, Okay, that's fine. Great. But I'm still going to light his ass on fire if you guys don't quit. And he goes, okay, fine. We quit. And Jack Perry's sitting damn up against the cage and like, oh, fuck. I got to face this guy and we just fucking lost. So I think they did a great job here. I think a lot of story layers were portrayed in this matchup. Great stuff here. Very enjoyable show. Good flow to the show as well. Got to give a lot of credit to AEW. And at this time, guys, that's all I have to say at this time. So I appreciate you tuning in for the video. Hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Thank you guys very much for watching. And have a great night, guys. Bye.